Lois and Cy at the Bulls and Barrels. Time ended up in the night. 2D had a nice run. I'm going to do a slow play review for you, Lois, and see where you can shave off time on Cy. Okay. You kind of have the same issue with both horses, and we're going to go through and talk about that. And most of these things can be fixed in slow work, and I mean at a walk and a trot. You come in nice. By the time you hit the eye, which is this blue barrel right by the light pole, you're already in the go position, and he's running a nice speed. So it looks like, though, he came in on the wrong lead. So let's take a look at that real quick. Looks like he was, yeah, it looks like he was on the wrong lead there. He switches right there. So that's something, you can watch. I mean, he swapped when he got there. But sometimes when you come in from the alleyway, if you just cock them a little bit, you came from the right over here. If you just get their nose a little to the right and then hug them with your left leg, they'll usually pick up that lead, and just push your hip into it, and they'll just take off on the correct lead. So anyhow, he is on the wrong lead, but you are running when you hit the timer right there. And then right here he switches 1, 2, 1, 2. It wasn't bad, but he stalls a little bit back here, partially because, you come in pretty tight here, and that's all good, but he just kind of struggles getting out of the ground back there. So I'm going to zoom in on that a little bit and back that up for you again. So your approach is decent. He comes in pretty tight, so his butt gets a little bit out and his shoulder gets a little bit in. So right there, he's still swinging his butt. He's not really getting his butt up under him. So that's where you lost your forward motion on him. He just didn't have his hip up under him in that turn. He kind of got his shoulder in on that turn. So same thing going into this one. He has a tendency you both are kind of a little bit riding on the inside here. If you'll notice, your hand is pretty high. You've already got his face cocked, and you're already long before the barrel. You're already getting him in a little bit. So as he approaches the barrel, notice his shoulder's already a magnet to it. So right there, 1, 2, he isn't quite using his butt enough. So I would probably do drills with him to get him using his hindquarters more. I didn't start Cy, and you'd already been kind of running the barrels a little bit before you brought him to me. And if you can see, you've got a few bad habits. He didn't really have his leads down when you brought him, and also he was already not using his butt very good. So I would do more stopping, backing, roll back exercises, getting using his hindquarters a little bit more. As you can see, his butt's really strung out a lot, and he's always pushing, trying to make up for time. So again, your body position, your hand could come down lower. Okay, you could use, that looks good there. You're sitting through the turn nicely, and you actually bumped him with your outside leg right there, which was really good on your part. That's a new thing for you. You're using your leg quicker. Your hand gets a little bit up here. You could still just change that body a little bit, but I like your body better on your second barrel on side than it was on Smarty. And he doesn't step off near as bad, but your hand, again, is really pulling on that inside rein. And he's pretty cocked over there. I know you're just trying to direct him back to his spot. So, but again, if you'll notice, as he approaches his barrels, he is always with his shoulder in and his butt out. You need to get him being a little bit more straighter, longer. Even if he comes in a little further out here, he needs to try to keep that body in a line here, front feet and back feet on the same tracks. So that'll make a little bit of a difference. 1, 2, and that's why you're popping off. He's just a little too strung out. He's not underneath himself. So all those little things make a difference. And but the nice thing is you're really hustling him, and he tries his heart out for you, and you drive him all the way. But let's see where that eye is again, and see if you're pulling up before the eye. All right, that's something you're going to start needing to watch for. The eye is here, and that one is better than Smarty. You didn't really pull up till you got right to the eye. So I don't know that that cost you any time, but you see right, boom. So let's clear that and back that up. Okay, so you right, oh, you actually you're starting to set up. See, you're really hustling there, then boom. Notice where the barrel is and notice you're pulling back. So I think you're hurting yourself there. So know where your eyes are. Yeah, I ran a 19.3, and it probably would have been faster had he used his hindquarters a little better in the turns, and also you didn't pull it before the eye. So, but hey, he's come a long way, and he's trying to keep up with his little brother. You're doing a great job.